Harvey here. Thank you so much for joining me today. In our video, we're going to be talking about vibrato. What is it? Why do people keep talking about it? What does it give your sound? And what you can do at home to build up to it. So if you like today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or click the subscribe button below because I would love to see you here more often. We've got a lot to talk about today, so let's just go ahead and get started. What is vibrato? Well, it is a fancy way of saying a shake, an oscillation of two different pitches that are happening simultaneously. And this kind of pitch variant happens as a result of a change in air pressure and vocal cord tension. That's the scientific answer. Basically meaning a shake in your sound. But what does it give your voice? The presence of vibrato adds an expansion, an elegance, a vitality, a warmth, a polish, and a general all-around sexiness to what would normally be kind of a simple sound. A lot of vocal coaches, however, won't teach or even talk too much about vibrato because their stance is that vibrato is a vocal effect that happens naturally as a result of good foundational vocal habits, such as breath support and tone. And I completely agree. However, vibrato does have a deliberateness to it, which means it must be engaged. So you, my YouTube friend, are probably at home sitting and saying, I have really great vocal habits, but I still have trouble engaging a vibrato. What do I do? Well, never fear. It is for you that I have made this video. So before we get started with our sounds that we're going to play with today, I just want to say that vibrato is a lot like a golf swing, meaning people tend to use what works best for them. So as you use today's video to help you practice and develop your vibrato, I strongly encourage you not to judge the quality of your sound. We're going to make all sorts of crazy sounds, and it's up to you to experiment and play so that you can discern what works best for you. These sounds that we're going to play with are kind of temporary, silly sounds that will help us first understand the sensations of vibrato, engage them, and get the ball rolling. So again, don't judge yourself and have fun. Are you ready to get started? Let's do this. To get us started, let's simplify the coordination of vibrato down to a very simple note bend, like this. I've chosen a tempo that should allow you to perform the bend perfectly. So go nice and slow. What we're looking to do through this bending exercise is to really feel that sensation of a semitonal movement, but nice and slow. We're going to build up to it over time, and what this is going to do is translate into a very beautiful, subtle vibrato, but it does take a little bit of time to build. So we're going to start here on middle C. Here we go. Well done. Well done. Go that slow in the beginning. Be very clear about it. Perform it perfectly. What you can do slow, you can do quick. And what we're looking for is, at first, if you notice, that we really want to feel the tone be initiated before we move it. So really strive for... Feel that tone, a very pure, clear tone is first initiated before you bend. Well done. Our next exercise is kind of like a breathy, laughy pant. And it sounds like this. Make sure that you are engaging the diaphragm from underneath. What this exercise is meant to do is to kind of wake up the diaphragm and to bring a little bit more dexterity into your vibrato. So be very, very clear about each pant. Bring a quality into each pant. We're not going for vibrato execution in this exercise. We are slowly introducing and isolating the components that contribute overall to a really beautiful vibrato. And diaphragmatic dexterity is key. Here we go, nice and slow. Well done. Very well done. Kind of weird, right? But if you need to pause this video to take a second to clearly feel that sensation of before you start to add pitch, that's totally fine. Take your time. I care not how well you execute each exercise. The only thing that matters to me is that you embody and truly feel each sensation. Well done. Our last exercise in today's video is a very bouncy, wobbly, wide feeling vibrato. And it sounds like this. Kind of feels to me like an engine kind of revving, or like a baby bouncing on somebody's lap. Good. And what this exercise is meant to do is to kind of bring together those subtle connections of diaphragm and vocal cord. So it's in essence taken what we've learned so far and put them both together. We're not going for, again, a vibrato execution here. We want to feel the connection of diaphragm and vocal cord and get very clear about the quality of the lift, lift, lift. Take your time. Here we go. Nice and slow. I'll give you the first 3 notes. Here we go. that's exactly it. So again, a great way to practice is just kind of take some time, clear your mind, and just kind of bounce a little bit. Feel that lift of the diaphragm. Don't be too concerned about, again, how it sounds. Remember, all of the sounds that we've done today have been kind of a temporary, silly sound that affords us the sensation just to get the ball rolling. Very good job. So now that you have a nice feeling for what the components of vibrato feel like, go forth into the world, my friends, and sing. Remember to keep your sensations very clear and work at a pace that allows you to perform with quality. I also want to encourage you to kind of view vibrato as a vocal effect, much like licks, trills, runs, and riffs. So as you work with vibrato and you get really good at it, you can vary the degree of your vibrato throughout your performances. That way you keep your listener's ear engaged. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or click the subscribe button below. I would love to see you here more often. And if you have a question that you would like for me to answer, well, please feel free to leave it in the comments portion of today's video. Thanks so much for spending this time with me. I've loved having you, and I will see you next time. Bye!